Tech Tales 47. Good morning. It's 5:57 a.m. June 3rd on a Thursday. Forecast today 104 degrees, same as the previous 2 days. So you know what that means. That's a cooling trend compared to Monday's 106 degrees. Yeah, next few days the temperature's gonna keep going down a bit. So, time slip from Wednesday, May 19th, 4 minutes for the CPA's office, Romeo, 5:25 to 5:29 p.m. with Tango in that office, one of the partner owners of the company. Phone conversation with Tango received inquiring about state of technology post-tax season. Discuss possible server space concerns due to scanning of paper documents. So they're finished with the tax season, and he wanted to just have a conversation about the state of their computers. Is there anything they need to do? Because during the tax season, he had no time, was not interested in spending any time discussing those topics. Not that there was anything we needed to discuss. There wasn't. We got through the tax season pretty unscathed without any big emergencies. There was a couple times when they arrived in the office and found the server was not accessible. A simple restart took care of it. Not a big deal. So not many of my clients take that proactive approach to just initiate a conversation. So good on him for doing that. And then the possible server space concerns because they've been scanning obsolete tax filings for their clients to get rid of their paper records. And he was concerned about space issues on the server. And we got quite a while to go before we have space concerns. And then it's pretty easy to just put in a larger hard drive in their case. Then moving on to the law office pop-up. This was Thursday, an hour, 21 minutes. Oh, that's interesting. I show 7:30 a.m. beginning, but I don't have an ending time. Oh, I see. That was for Foxtrot in the office, and the time slip reads, begin Labwork setup of new computer via checklist. So what I had to have done, and I can't see it in this worksheet, this weekly timesheet layout, but the individual time slip did have a beginning and an ending time. I just neglected to put it into the description area. And chances are that ending time was much later, much more than an hour, 21 minutes. What I do is put in a start time and an end time, and then put in a break so that I approximate how much time I actually spent working on the task. And I'm saying that by reason of deduction because typically the checklist lab work that I do, there's interruptions as I'm going through it. It's usually not a straight through operation. Then the next time slip is also for law office pop-up, 15 minutes also on Thursday, 10:22 a.m. to 10:37 a.m. for Whiskey in that office. Phone and remote support regarding missing emails from insurance provider. Determined emails with attachments were received, but Outlook was sorted by priority, so the emails were not seen in the location expected. Second phase of this time slip for Foxtrot. Phone conversation regarding files and browser remembered passwords needed from old computer. Okay, so Foxtrot is the one that I was doing the Labwork checklist. So these two elements of this time slip deserve some conversation. First, for Whiskey, he called because his emails from an insurance provider were missing. So he said he's missing emails from a certain party and other emails are coming through. So I connected remote to his computer. Now this is one of those instances that's a terrific example that you've got to see the symptom to figure it out, because his description of the symptom was totally misleading. It took a little while to find it, actually. So what he did is he showed me the date area where he expected these emails from this insurance provider to be, and indeed it wasn't there. And he says that it came through on his phone, but it's not on his computer. So I went up to the search field in Outlook and did a search for it. Well, and he says to me, well, you can search for it, but you're not going to find it. I searched for it, and there it is, plain as day. And it indicates that it's in the inbox. So we're both kind of scratching our heads here. What's going on? Eventually, I realized that his inbox is sorted by the priority column. On the left-hand side of Outlook, one of those narrow columns is for priority, so that if a message comes through set for high priority, it'll be at the top of the list. And he somehow got his Outlook sorted by that. He had no idea what the column means, how priority works, or even that a message can be flagged as priority. So the message was in his inbox way at the top. When you scroll down to the other emails that around the date that he was expecting for that email, it's not there because it's at the top to get his attention. So I reviewed with him how to sort the columns in the order that you want. He thought the columns were sorted by date because he could still scroll to the date area, and there they are. So we talked about some possible ways that he might have inadvertently got the inbox sorted in order of priority, but it was kind of comical because he thought that it was this certain sender, that person's emails are the only ones not getting through. And I think I even looked in MX Toolbox to see if there was a blacklist issue for him. Yeah, I'm not sure if I did that or not, but I could have. So that was interesting. And then this for the second person, Foxtrot, I had a phone conversation with him regarding files and browser remembered passwords needed from old computer. So this is a computer that I'd previously reported on a time slip that overnight his Windows updates, security updates, not a feature upgrade, failed to install. And I had talked him through doing a system restore over the phone. That failed. I picked up the computer, did Labwork on it, decided to just replace his computer. And I wanted to find out, does he have remembered passwords or files that he needs from the old computer, because I'd rather just set up the new computer without transferring his profile from the old computer. And he said, yes, that would be fine. I think I could have got those from the old computer just by taking the hard drive out and attaching it to the new computer through a USB adapter and then using Fab's Auto Backup. But he wasn't concerned about it. So then moving on to another time slip for the law office Papa. 17 minutes from 4:38 p.m. to 4:55 p.m. This is still on Thursday. So these last three time slips in a row were all for law office Papa. And this was talking to, well, the time slip is for Romeo and Mike. And the time slip reads, phone conversation regarding backups in light of recent arson attempt. Both servers are backed up to physical hard drives that are rotated off-site, and both servers are backed up to a cloud backup service every night. And Mike's computer is backed up nightly. Other workstations, local drives, and desktop items are not backed up, as staff are expected to store needed data on XNW drives. Temporary or unimportant data can be stored on individual computers for convenience. So I kind of summarized the conversation in here. So Romeo and Mike are part of the administration team or management team for the office. Romeo is an attorney and Mike is the office manager. So an arson attempt, yeah, somebody had lit a fire outside the front door of their office. It's a little bit of an exaggeration to call it an arson attempt, but maybe, because their security camera footage, which they showed me a few days later, showed a person outside the front door of the office trying to put some kindling through the mail slot. The front door has a mail slot. They're trying to put some papers through the mail slot, crumpled up, and they can't get them in. I don't think the person had all of their faculties about them. And so the person winds up putting that crumpled up paper on the ground, on the cement, in front of the front door. The security camera's got a really good view of it, and then takes him a while, but he gets it lit on fire. And it's got a little fire in front of the door. Eventually it goes out. He's no longer in frame, so apparently left. So because he was trying to stuff the papers through the mail slot, it's probably valid to call it an arson attempt. But anyway, this got them thinking, oh my gosh, what happens if the place burns down? What do we lose? Romeo and Mike are essentially recently promoted to management level. Romeo is actually recently named as managing partner. And I had a time slip a while back that talked about a new letterhead that was created to identify him as the managing partner. And Mike is office manager and does the in-house bookkeeping and staffing, scheduling, and things like that. So they've been taking on more and more of management level issues. The prior managing partner is pretty understanding in his mind about how we do backups and how they're happening, and he's been pretty in tune with that. So this is bringing those two up to speed, and I put in basically a summary in there so that they have it in writing. So I think that'll do it for this episode. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.